Myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face.
Sunny Hostin would never forget that day, but not for the reason she had hoped for. Greg Gutfeld attacked Sunny's most recent self-made controversy, and instead of just criticizing her, he completely destroyed her position. The result was a breakdown so terrible that you couldn't turn away. But what caused this explosive confrontation? She shocked her co-hosts, viewers, and the online community with her comments about her family's shocking historical ties and how she presented them.
His obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
The way that Sunny Host has responded to everything is very pitiful. We'll see how she attempts to dissuade herself.
Feeling, my friend.
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
That was embarrassing. But let's go back and see how Gutfeld ruined everything she just stated. His response to this was invaluable.
Fact of life. Interesting change of tune. For more, we go to our chief Sunny Hostin correspondent for a reaction.
When Sunny Hostin, who is frequently outspoken in criticizing America's past, appeared on PBS's Finding Your Roots, she was caught up in a terrible irony. When Sunny learned that her ancestors had owned slaves in addition to victims of systematic oppression, yes, her third great-grandfather had been found to have owned at least one slave, her response was clear. Greg Gutfeld quickly pointed out Sunny's seeming hypocrisy, as he is known for regularly bringing up racial concerns and attributing nearly every issue to institutional racism. This contrast was highlighted in the most cutting way conceivable because Sunny's recently revealed family history appeared to contradict the very values she supports for Gutfeld.
Well, first, I just want to go on the record to let everyone know that I am very much against slavery.
Okay, good.
Very brave to say that on this panel. Karma, definitely. I mean, it's one thing. It's going to be so awkward on new episodes of The View when she tries to pull the race card.
Yes.
And then she's like, America's racist. And then they're like, yeah, they might be racist, but they're not like slave owner racist. like somebody that we...
That's so true.
The other host made some really good points, so let's see what she had to say.
Have we done better? Okay, here's the thing. One thing, and I would have even actually not give her any is she said, well, I guess that's just what they did back then.
Yeah.
She should have followed that up with saying something along the lines of, and I understand that that's a departure from the way I've talked about this before. That was to me, the one thing that was missing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's okay, now that you have this information, have you had any personal growth? Do you think about things differently? You have to acknowledge that.
Re-entering the fray, Gutfeld adds the last nail on Sunny Hostin's coffin.
When you're presented with new information, it's okay to change your mind. It's good to change your mind, but you should acknowledge that has happened.
Exactly, because if she is shaming descendants of this, will she continue to do that when she is now one of them, Dana? And it is funny. She's so wrapped up in identity, and she had no idea who she was.
Well, now we understand why she always makes Whoopi get the coffee.
After discovering your family's history, are you going to resume your incessant rants about systematic racism and oppression? Greg Gutfeld wasted no time in trashing Sunny's statement, mocking her surprise and questioning the validity of her remark. Gutfeld made fun of Sunny by pointing out how she constantly blames others for historical injustices while seemingly ignoring her own ancestors' participation in slavery with the casual attitude that it was simply what they did at the time. This led Gutfeld to his main point, which was hypocrisy. Despite Sunny's constant criticism of America's underlying racism, her personal experience suddenly becomes a historical reality. His scathing criticism resonated with viewers, who quickly brought attention to the double standard on social media. Sun's response to learning of her ancestry was not only unexpected, but also rude. Gutfeld highlighted the irony that a person so actively engaged in identity politics was ignorant of her own ancestry. His reply and guest brought to light a serious problem, and this revelation clarifies why she frequently assigns Whoopi to fetch the coffee. Sunny usually finds it difficult to have meaningful and productive talks because of her fixation with race and identity. The part forced Sunny to confront the contradictions in her own views and acted as both a critique and a reflection. It's evident that she wasn't ready for such in-depth introspection.
She is shaming descendants of this. Will she continue to do that when she is now one of them?
Naturally, the internet was ablaze with responses, and within hours, supporters shared videos of Gutfeld's biting criticism like wildfire. Blame him for expressing what many people have been considering. One fan wrote, "The unexpected twist we never saw coming is Sunny Host learning her ancestors were slaveholders." Another added Greg Gutfeld's response was just priceless. One more user commented Gutfeld was spot on when Sunny's hypocrisy finally caught up with her. On the other hand, Sunny's fans said that the criticism was unfair, claiming that she was just processing new information. However, many critics felt that her contemptuous demeanor and lack of responsibility just made the criticism worse. Gutfeld's criticism went farther. It brought attention to the larger discussion about race history and individual accountability, not just Sunny. He highlighted how some people ignore their own contradictions while taking use of identity politics. No one is immune to the complexities of their past. Sunny's predicament serves as a reminder of this. The crucial question is how we handle these realities for Sunny. Avoidance seemed to be the solution, a tactic that neither Gutfeld nor the audience found particularly appealing. Gutfeld's sharp critique of Sunny Hostin's answer and her ongoing hypocrisy struck a chord with many viewers, igniting conversations about identity politics and accountability. This clash between Gutfeld and Sunny Hostin goes beyond a simple viral occurrence. It reflects the present societal shift. What do you think? Did Gutfeld have the right to criticize Sunny, or do you think she was able to control the revelation? Before you take a break, please make sure to like this video and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And subscribe for more daring viewpoints, intense arguments, and popular topics.